Going on, boys and girls? We're gonna make a corned beef and cabbage meal today. Yesterday was actually St. Patrick's Day. I didn't feel like cooking it yesterday. I wanted to do it on Saturday. And our corned beef and cabbage is going to consist of course, the cabbage, the corned beef, and it's going to have, instead of potatoes, rutabagas, carrots, and onions and garlic. And we're going to show you how to do it. It's not going to be a long video. It's a long process to cook it, but this is not going to be a long video. So hold your horses. All right, this right here is our corned beef. This is Murphy and David's premium flat cut brisket. It comes like this. Comes with directions on the package. So if you've never cooked one before, they're fairly easy to cook. Okay, I've got it in my roasting pan here, fat side up. And you want to keep, some people trim the fat off of it, but I would advise you to keep the fat on it. That's where all the good yumminess is. Now we're going to put some Grey Poupon coarse ground mustard over the top of it. You can put whatever seasonings you like to put on your meat. It actually comes with a seasoning package back there. Alrighty, I've spread the mustard, and I pretty much used the whole jar of mustard on this brisket. This brisket is probably about a 5-pound one or so. I put all the mustard on it, and then I put the seasoning package on it, and then it's going to go directly, going to cover it with foil. It's going to go directly into the oven. And the oven is going to be preheated to 325 degrees, and it's going to stay in there for about 3 hours. One step that I left out, I did have to go back because I forgot about it myself. You got to add about a half a cup to a cup of water as well. That'll help it to roast a little bit better. Okay, I've started to dice up my rutabaga here. Rutabaga is a really hard vegetable, so you have to kind of take your time. I used a knife to take the peel off of it, but I've got it diced up. And you can do that while the roast is cooking. The corned beef is cooking. Alrighty, it's been about 3 hours, and I've got my rutabagas diced up. I got my carrots chopped up, just kind of rough chop. This is my cabbage. I've got it chopped into about eighths. I cut it in half, and then I cut the halves in half, so it's like cut into fourths, not eighths. Then I got my carrots right here. Now I don't think I'm going to be able to put. Oh yeah, that's for later. I don't think I'm going to be able to get all of this in there, so I may have to put it in a bigger pan. Okay, it looks absolutely great, and I think I can get all that stuff to fit in there. I'm going to put the hard stuff in there, like the rutabaga, because it's probably going to take a little bit longer to cook. So I'm going to put it down on the bottom. I'm going to put the onions next, and then put the carrots on top, and I'll come back and show you. Alrighty, I did have to switch pots. I put it in a bigger dish, and everything fits in there good. And now we're going to cover this with aluminum foil, and it's going to cook for another 2 hours. And here we go. The corned beef and cabbage, everything looks good. It smells good, and I bet you it's going to taste good too. Corned beef and cabbage with rutabagas, onions, and carrots. Hope it tastes good.